whatever all.
Totally fine.
Phew. So today I was an honorary auntie and got
Aw,
to hold a baby a lot and got to hang out with a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, and it was very fun and tiring
good.
as it is. So,
I
hello
do the intro, just cut.
everybody. Oh, that
I was saying I can do the
you what
intro.
now? Okay,
I can
sure.
do.
Take it away, Anne.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Story Ninja, Show, where we talk the shop, and kiosks of writing and publishing with your sensei's award-winning author and hunter,
Oh, me.
and USA Today best-selling author, Allie Cross. Take it away, Sensei Allie.
Oh, it's been a minute. Sorry we're late and will be a short show tonight, even though we've only had one other show this month. Summer is weird. And um, so, and it's hard on me physically. And then, yeah. So, my apologies, everyone. But we are here. And we could be talking about, this month we were supposed to be talking about freedom, and we kind of talked, well, we didn't kind of, we did talk about that last time we chatted, but we're kind of like gonna freestyle it tonight because that's what we want to do. And it's our show, so we're gonna do what we're gonna do. So I just spent the afternoon with a writer friend who has 3 busy little children who have strong personalities and are quite demanding. And I've been writing in the newsletter this month about how to work even when you've got, like in the summertime, when your kids are
Chaos.
around and there's a lot going on. And, but you know what? Sometimes you just can't write. Like your life demands that you pay attention to it instead of the reality. I mean, the fiction in your head. Yes, Anne.
You can just see it for the sometimes, well, not
On the life.
sometimes. Usually, even if it's quiet, if my husband comes in the room, I cannot write because the energy shifts. And he's
Uh
like,
huh.
he knows how to work and be quiet and he doesn't say anything. And yet, if he's sitting next to me, like I literally cannot focus. And it's not because like, ooh, baby. It's literally like
Yeah.
I can't focus with your energy in my energy.
Uh huh. So what do you do? Or is it
Uh
just the way it is? You don't do
it is
anything.
the way it is, and sometimes I feel really bad saying, "Hey, I need you to go out in the living room because I need to be by myself."
And you can't even like put your headphones on and pretend he's not there.
No, it's a whole vibe thing. Like I said, he's
Yeah,
super quiet. He can just sit there and play on his phone, and the
and he's
phone
not
is
gonna be.
silent, and he's minding his own business, and I can't focus.
Yeah.
It's just an energy. The aura
Yeah. And
changed.
sometimes you just have to be okay with that. And that can be hard because it might affect your deadlines or your expectations of yourself. But I think expectations are like the worst thing we do to ourselves.
Yeah.
Like we expect so much of ourselves and think that we should be able to do it all. Like, I should. Other people write when they have 3 little children at home. So and so did it, like Allie did it with twins at home. And, we make these assumptions and think that there must be something wrong with me because I'm not doing it. I can't do that. But
Mhm.
there is no comparing. And I know everybody knows this logically. How do you internalize it? Like, and do you still struggle with that, or do you have you come to accept that better for yourself?
It depends on the expectations. No, I beat myself up too. I think it's just a
Oh,
part of life.
oops.
Um, Especially like it was really bad when I was trying to meet deadlines regularly, like every month.
Yeah,
Or yeah, it just did not feel good at all. It wasn't good for me emotionally, physically, or mentally.
yeah. Um, I think that I mean, I still expect a lot of myself. Like if I'm giving a class or something, then I get really intense and don't let myself off the hook kind of thing. Um, but I think I've gotten better at expectations of myself, but you can also overcorrect, to where, well,
Hmm.
I'm being really
Yep,
kind to myself. So I am not, I don't have to have goals or deadlines, so I'm just not going to. And then 2 years passed and you haven't completed anything new.
yep. Been there, done that.
So, so you gotta,
That's I.
yeah. So you gotta kind of
Yep,
find that happy medium, and it's tough. Like I felt my friend's pain, I felt her frustration or whatever that she hasn't accomplished things, although she's been kind of working on character backstories and stuff while she hasn't been able to write, which I thought was really excellent. Like at least she's keeping her head kind of in the
yeah.
game, so to speak.
She's protective. Yeah,
But it was tough because it's also true that that time in your life really does not last that long, like relative to things. Anne was just talking, she's parked kind of near a community pool right now, and I miss the days of my little boys who needed me to take them to the pool because I would go to the pool then. And at least I'd get a little bit of water and sunshine. But it wasn't long before they were too big for mom. They just wanted me to drop them off, or they would just go themselves. And now nobody goes to the pool. And it's sad. I when I went to Toronto, I was looking for my bathing suit because I knew that my friend had a pool and a hot tub and she's a total water baby, and so she would absolutely want me to go in the pool. And it turns out that I must have left my bathing suit on my cruise that I took a year and a half ago.
no.
And and I was thinking like, should I go pick up a new bathing suit? And really, why? I mean, I love the idea of going swimming, but it's just not happening anymore. And it's because I'm not in that time, like it's not part of my life right now. And um I don't know. The point was that if you if you find yourself in this position, try to live in it and enjoy it for what it is and make memories and try to capture them in your mind because they don't last. And then you'll have all the time in the world to write
Yep.
and you'll be
You'll be
sorry and missing your
if
baby days.
you didn't live while you had the time, and like now you're an empty nester and you have the time, you're going to look back and say you're still not writing because you're having regrets of not living.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
just do the thing now.
Yeah. Yeah. Just do the thing now. Wise words to live by.
That's why we are senseis.
Have you been watching the Olympics, Anne?
I've heard bits and pieces but haven't really watched. I know
Yeah.
that a gal from here in Utah made the cut for the Olympics in the mountain biking. division.
Huh?
So I was like, yay, go
Cool.
us!
Yeah. There's a few
State pride.
Utahns, mostly in the like running and stuff, I think, like running and biking. I'm not sure, but we've been watching quite a bit of it. I watched some of the judo. Um, and I don't really understand judo. Judo to me
Yeah.
just looks like, well, I mean, it's grappling, you know, it just looks sort of like wrestling, and I don't know. I didn't really
If you
understand
can
it. Like they were fouling.
try to catch sparring because they now do taekwondo and karate sparring as a sport in the Olympics. And
Did
I have
karate last year, but I got to see the steeplechase and the and some show jumping. I
oh, the
very
cross
much enjoyed
country and
that.
the yeah, I've been
Yeah,
I haven't been able to catch it, but yeah, I really like the equestrian events. I heard
my
one rider
goodness,
got
such beautiful
cut or
horses.
banned or kicked out or something, but I don't remember who it was.
Oh, I got to see a terrible fall where both horse and rider fell and rolled.
Oh
That's
man,
always,
did they get
everybody
out?
was okay.
Oh,
They
good.
did, but you always worry about those horses because
Yeah, but you're always
their
like,
spindly legs
hold your breath.
are carrying a lot of weight. And when they, it was just scary to watch it.
Yep,
And, but everybody
yep.
seemed okay. I just hope that it remains that way. Sometimes there's injuries that they don't see, just by external check, but such
Hmm.
beautiful horses. And it's just interesting how it
They really
compares
are.
to horse racing like that you're into, because the best
Yeah.
show horses are older. Like most of the horses were
Hmm.
15 years old, say. Whereas in your
Yeah.
world, the horse racing world, they start at like two, right? And when are they generally
And they're
done?
usually done by 3 or 4. They only race for
Oh,
like a year, year and a half.
wow. So
Those are the
very
top
short
horses that
careers.
they're eager to get in the stud barn. Um, but like some of the more blue collar horses in the lower ranks, they'll race until like 9, 10, as long as they
Oh,
enjoy it. If they've got a good
yeah.
trainer, like one that is putting the horse first, not necessarily a big name trainer. If they put the horse first, they'll run the horse as long as one, the horse is fit, two, the horse enjoys it, three, it's financially viable.
Right.
So those top three mixed
Yeah.
together
Whereas
will result in a horse that races well beyond the age of 4 or 5.
I didn't realize their careers were that short, but I
Oh
also
yeah,
had forgotten, because it's been a while since I've been in the equestrian world, just how, like they did have two 9-year-old horses, but it was like, ooh, they're 9 years old. Like they're still whatever. I don't know.
babies,
I
yeah.
mean, they're
Uh-huh.
certainly not babies. That's how they were talking about it. But there was an 18-year-old young woman who competed who I didn't see the final rankings, unfortunately, but she did extremely well. So it was a big surprise because she's from Great Britain. Um, but so that was really nice because, again, sort of like the horses, that this tends to be an older, like they're usually
Yeah.
in their late
Adult,
20s, mid 30s.
30s, 40s, yeah.
Yeah, fully adult. Yeah. Yeah, so it's been fun. And then today I got to watch the women's gymnastics team competition. So
Cool.
that was cool.
Okay, so how
Yeah,
can we
it
use
was
this
neat. And
in
I
writing?
love, how can we what?
How can we use this information in writing?
Oh, you mean you actually want to talk about writing stuff? Well, okay. This is not okay.
Let's take
So
the
we're
train
supposed
back
to
onto the rails.
So, so follow me here. There's this, we're supposed to write characters who, or at least it's more fun when we can write characters who have a surprise, like who aren't just what they seem to be. But we do tend to write like our heroes and anti-heroes. There are sort of formulas, whether we're aware of them or not, but we do tend to write stereotypes to some degree. But on the men's gymnastics team, I go look at the gymnastics team because there's five guys and they, men's gymnastics is heavily focused on the upper body. So lots of like they're big muscle. They're all fairly young guys. So that's all the same. There is one guy who is like if you were playing one of these things is not like the other. There's a skinny guy who wears glasses and totally looks like your stereotypical nerd. He is an electrical engineering student. He games in his spare time, and and so he's a nerd, like full on nerd,
Nice.
and he is their pommel horse expert. You would never like. I'm thinking, poor
Nice.
guy. He would go like try to go pick up a girl
You're
and be
like,
like,
you're
"Yeah,
like
yeah,"
gamer,
because like
nerd, Olympian.
right. And no one would believe it because under his clothes, I'm sure he just looks tall and thin. And his muscles, he has long, lean muscles instead of the
Hmm.
shorter, bulky muscles.
Yeah.
And, um, but obviously, pommel horse strength. And he was amazing. And I just kept thinking about the juxtaposition of him and of the characters that we write. Like could you write a character who comes off as a total nerd and skinny and everything and yet, oh, by the way, I'm an Olympian,
Yeah.
and I think we forget that it's fun and it's okay to surprise our readers and to not just be the stereotype. If you're writing a nerd, he doesn't have to be just a nerd. What interesting other parts would there be if he was also a gymnast or
Hmm.
also a kicker on the football team, and he had this amazing kick. And even though he didn't play on the regular team, it didn't look like the rest of the guys. The guys on the team love him and he's totally part of the team. And yet he's tutoring people when he's not at football practice on math and science or whatever. And but we don't tend to do that. We do like it's very easy to fall into the rut of writing usual characters. And I can think of I know I'm writing some interesting characters right now. How about you, Anne? Do you have any like surprises in your characters right now? Or
I
any
don't,
character?
not at this current moment, but I have a back burner project where it's this chubby high school guy. He looks kind of like a young Jonah Hill. And he's bullied and he would rather like disappear inside um comic books, and he's like the last person you would pick to be a hero, and yet he gets picked up by an underground organization to go find one of the people that they've lost, and he's probably like he has a lead completely out of left field, and yeah, he kind of becomes a hero that way when he's forced to step up. uh,
Huh?
I do love writing underdogs. My main character in my Norfolk series is definitely an
Yeah.
underdog. Dream Runner is my dystopian series. He's just a regular awkward teenage guy, knows coding, and he gets sucked into an entire rebellion by
But
a
his parents
faction
are
that's not
like
treated
the
well.
leaders of the good side. So
Hmm.
you would expect him to follow suit, but he
Right.
doesn't. I have I'm writing the character in the book I'm working on right now. It's a Regency novel, so set in 1795. And she has grown up in her castle off in Wales by herself, essentially, 'cause she's orphaned. And so, um, just with tutors and stuff. But her tutors have all been like martial artists and poison specialists and everything. Like she did not have right. She did have a dance instructor who came out, but other than that, she's only had these. And so she goes. It's finally her season, and she's going to go to the ton and get to and hopefully get married. Her what is he called? So suddenly the guy, like her guardian, I can't think of the right word, um, wants her to get married. So she's not his responsibility anymore. And like so she anyway, she goes into society and she's carrying like in her waist, she has all these little knives because her specialty is, and I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's the darts, the tiny knives on the end of the rope. So like
Shuriken?
her belt is her, you what now?
Shuriken?
Say it again.
I think it's called a
Yeah.
shuriken.
Okay. Remember, because it's been a long time since I've been in the manuscript. Just started revising it. But yeah, so like it's a total surprise because her people turns out she needs it because she is born into a world where her family are guardians over magical creatures and stuff, like guardians of the magical creatures. The magical creatures are generally bad, so they're there to keep the magical creatures out. But anyway, somebody knew she needed the training, but nobody bothered to tell her why or what she was supposed to be doing. And but I really loved Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies because they're these like ladies, and yet they can kick butt, and I enjoy that
Yeah.
greatly. So, but she learned um, she learned like Shaolin monk type techniques, and I don't really know that, so I've had to been researching that. But
That must have been fun though
anyways,
to learn about all that.
I could remember
I
it.
would have
Yes, it was fun at the time. Dude, a lot of your sound is cutting off,
same.
so I'm missing a lot of what you said. What?
You cut out
Meh.
too.
Do I? It's
A little
terrible. I know
bit.
my connection. My connection looks really bad.
Yeah, same
Google
here.
Fiber. We were so excited to get Google Fiber, and I don't know,
And it
man.
sucks.
Sorta, sort of. Trying, anyways. So it's fun to write those sorts of characters. I think my mini Kim character was very normal. I don't think there were any surprises about her, except that she gets turned into a vampire. But that's not really a surprise because they tell you right on the cover of the book that that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, but so I don't think there's any real surprises about her. But I think it would be fun. Like I found the guy, his name is Steven. I can't pronounce his last name because it sounds Polish or something. It's something Jacek or whatever. But the guy on the Olympic team just can't stop thinking and being fascinated by him because he would make a great character. Because like that kind of, I love that. That's what we should be doing is creating characters that surprise us.
Yeah.
So that's one writerly thing.
Yay.
Yay! So,
That's
are you going to
is
get
that our
back into
show?
writing? Back to work? Are you going to get back to work, Anne?
I need to. I've been,
What's holding you back? Your horse farm?
yeah, you'd think it'd be inspiring all sorts of Norfolk stories, but it's really bad. Like I would probably be
Wow.
more productive if I was playing horse racing games on the PlayStation instead of this online
Why?
game. Because then at least generate like race ideas in
Because
my head for the story and yeah. When I
is it
game, I
because
actually get
PlayStation
story
is
ideas.
away from your computer, whereas if you go to write, you're on your computer, and also the game is on your computer? Is that kind of the problem? That is okay.
That's kind of a problem. Yeah.
You can see that. Next week, I'm going to Vegas with my husband, and he is going to this big conference. Last year, I went with him, and I said, "This is going to be like a writing retreat for me." And then my computer promptly did not behave, and neither did I. Didn't write a single word.
Oh,
I'm going again this time,
yay.
and hopefully, I'm saying it out loud that I am it's a work trip for both of us. It really, really should be. So hopefully I'll get some work done. Ooh, did I? Oh no, I haven't lost you. Okay.
No, I'm still here.
So do you need to be done now, Anne?
Yeah, my
Or do you
sweet
have a few more minutes?
16, my sweet 16 is getting done with teaching for the afternoon. And yeah, I need to go get her
Do
before
you
she
have
gets
anything you
anxious.
want to add before we sign off?
Uh, the kata is do the thing. Don't wait. Do it now. Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna do the thing. Just do the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All
Do
right.
the thing. Do it now. Get a
Okay.
crack on.
And no regrets later.
Nope.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. And make sure you show up, get the work done. Oh, we're supposed to bow and everything. That's Anne's thing. Anne.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Good. Consavidad.
Okay. Thanks,
We'll see you
everyone.
in the
Have a
next
good week.
episode.
Yeah.